Alright, good morning. So today we're going to be talking about consumer behavior and social influences. So this is just a brief overview. We're going to go over the introduction to consumer behavior and social influences, factors influencing consumer behavior, social influences such as your friends and your family, the power of social media and consumer behavior, the consumer decision-making process, cultural influences on consumer behavior, social influence and marketing strategies, psychological influences on consumer behavior, how social media impacts consumer behavior, demographics in consumer behavior in international markets, how marketers use consumer behavior insights, and of course, the conclusion. So our introduction to consumer behavior and social influences. So what is consumer behavior? Well, consumer behavior is the study of how people make decisions regarding what to buy, why, when, and how. Marketers analyze these behaviors to create strategies that appeal to consumers' wants and also their needs. Social influences such as family, peers, culture, and social media play a key role in shaping these behaviors. Well, why is it important? It's important because understanding consumer behavior helps businesses understand why people make the choices they do, how they make these decisions, and what motivates them to act on them. This is essential for crafting successful and marketing strategies. Factors influencing consumer behavior. So here we have some psychological factors, such as motivations. Well, what drives people to purchase things? This can be practical, such as buying a new phone, or emotional, like buying luxury items. Perception, how consumers view a product that affects their decision-making process. A brand's image, such as eco-friendly, influences this perception. Learning, consumers remember past experiences with products and brands, which can influence future purchasing behavior. Attitudes, positive or negative attitudes towards a product or brand can make or break a sale. So let's talk a little bit about the social influences. Social factors like family, friends, and coworkers have a strong impact on the products we buy. For instance, a person may buy a brand of shampoo because their family uses it. Media, including TV shows, social media, and influencers, also influence purchasing decisions. Think of Nike and all the different athletes they have associated with their brand. If people are more interested in a team or that athlete, then they're going to be more inclined to want to buy their products. Social influences such as family and friends. So for family influence, well, family plays a huge role, especially during childhood. Us as children often influence family purchasing, and as adults, people continue to follow family traditions for product choices. Here's an example. A family who buys a certain brand of cleaning products might continue to purchase those even when the children grow older and start making their own decisions. Peer influence. Well, our peers, especially our friends and coworkers, have a significant impact on buying choices. Peer pressure can lead to people to buy trendy products, like the latest smartphone or fashion brands. An example would be a teenager may choose a particular brand of shoes because their friends have them. And this is very true, y'all, because I have a 10-year-old and he is doing this right now. The power of social media and consumer behavior. How social media affects decisions. Social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, which we now know as X, Snapchat, influences consumer choices by showcasing products through influencer promotions, customer reviews, and user-generated content. An example of this would be a person might buy a skincare product after seeing it featured by a popular influencer with a similar skin type. one of the ones that I think of, especially when I'm thinking about commercials from my childhood, was that product called Proactive. A lot of people were into that. They were seeing a lot of like music artists using this product. So that's another example that I could think of to provide to you all. So the role of social proof. Social proof is the idea that people will follow the actions of others. If many people like or endorse a product on social media, new customers are more likely to trust it. An example of this would be a new restaurant gets a lot of positive reviews on Yelp or Instagram, encouraging others to try it out. When I think of this, there's a restaurant, I can't remember the name of it, that Mark Wahlberg owns. And Mark Wahlberg, as most people know, is a famous actor. And so his advertisements throughout social media, have brought a lot of positive reviews and a lot of business to his restaurant. The consumer decision-making process. So, number 1, we're going to talk about problem recognition. The process starts when a consumer identifies a need, such as a broken phone or the desire for a new outfit for a special occasion. When I think about this, I think of, going to a wedding. I can tell you, me as a female, I always feel like I never have the right thing for the right event. Number 2, information search. After recognizing a need, consumers search for information, either through online research, asking friends, or browsing stores. Number 3, evaluation of alternatives. Consumers compare different products or brands based on factors like price, quality, and features. I can tell you from a personal experience, the way I do this is based off reviews. And I'll even watch a couple of YouTube videos to figure out which one is the better quality. Quality is what I'm more concerned about. Number 4, purchase decision. After evaluating alternatives, consumers make their decision. This can be influenced by factors like sales, promotions, or brand loyalty. Me personally, when it comes to purchase decisions, I am more on brand loyalty for a lot of products. When I'm thinking about technology and, phones and tablets and watches, I could tell you I'm very loyal to Apple itself. I just think their products are the best quality I've ever had. I have a laptop with them that's lasted me over 10 years and it's still going strong. Number 5, post-purchase behavior. After the purchase, consumer assesses whether they are satisfied or disappointed. Positive experiences lead to repeat business, while dissatisfaction can lead to returns or negative reviews. Me personally, I don't write negative reviews. I hardly write positive ones at that. Different cultures prioritize different product qualities. For example, in the US, status-driven products like luxury cars are highly valued, while in other countries, practicality may take precedence. Example, in Japan, consumers are likely to value the quality and craftsmanship of products, where in other cultures, technological features may be more important. Social influence and marketing strategies. Using social influence in marketing. Marketers often leverage social influence by using testimonials, endorsements from celebrities, or customer reviews to make a product more appealing. An example, which I said this earlier, Nike uses professional athletes to endorse its products, which persuades customers to purchase based on the influence of admired figures. Celebrity and influencer endorsement. A celebrity endorsement can significantly affect a consumer behavior by giving the product added credibility and visibility. An example, a beauty brand may use a popular makeup artist to promote their product to target their demographics. Psychological influences on consumer behavior. Motivation. People purchase products to fulfill their needs, whether that's something functional, for example food, or emotional, like a luxury item for status. Perception. Marketers play a key role in shaping perceptions. For example, a premium price point often signals high quality. Learning and experience. Consumers make decisions based on previous experiences. A consumer who had a positive experience with a certain brand will likely continue buying from that brand. How social media impacts consumer behavior. Social media and trends. Social media influences how we see products. When something goes viral or becomes a trend on platforms like Instagram or TikTok, it can lead to a widespread consumer interest. Example: the TikTok made me buy it trend shows how users' experiences and viral content can lead massive sales and spikes for products. User-generated content. Consumers trust other consumers more than advertisements. User-generated content like reviews, ratings, and personal stories can significantly influence purchasing decisions. An example: a consumer might buy a product because they saw a positive customer review on a website. Demographics and consumer behavior. How demographics influence buying. Well, demographics such as age, income, education level, and location help marketers target the right audience. For example, luxury products may appeal to older, wealthier individuals, while tech gadgets may target younger, more tech-savvy consumers. Segmenting markets by demographics. Markets often segment their audience based on these features to craft personalized marketing messages. An example: Apple markets its latest iPhone to young, tech-savvy individuals who value design and innovation. Consumer behavior in international market. Global differences in consumer behaviors. Consumer behavior can differ greatly across countries due to cultural, economic, and social differences. For example, consumers in Asia may prioritize practicality and efficiency, while Western consumers might be more focused on luxury and brand status. An example of this is McDonald's adapts its menu to different regions, offering teriyaki burgers in Japan and the makalu tiki burgers in India to cater to local preferences. How marketers use consumer behavior insights. Well, you have target marketing. So by understanding this consumer behavior, businesses can develop targeting advertising campaigns that appeal directly to specific consumer needs. So an example of this could be a clothing brand and might target millennials with advertisements on Instagram, while targeting baby boomers through more traditional media channels. Product development. Marketers can create products based on what consumers want and need, which they learn through studying behavior patterns. And finally, our conclusion. By understanding consumer behavior and social influences is crucial for effective marketing. By analyzing psychological and social factors, businesses can create strategies that appeal to specific consumer segments, ensuring better engagement and higher sales. Here are some key takeaways. Social influences, such as your family, your peers, or social media, is a key factor to consumer behavior. Marketers must adapt their strategies to both psychological and cultural factors to succeed in a diverse marketplace.